All right, we are live. It's always a couple of minutes before anyone actually jumps in the stream.
Oh yeah, I should
Yep.
pop out Twitch chat.
Yeah, let me pop out your chat.
Popping in the Twitch
Popping
doesn't work.
Out the Twitch?
popping out the Twitch. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, there we go. It's popped.
Popped, locked, and loaded.
There we go.
It would help if I knew how to spell lilies, wouldn't it? What are you giggling at?
The last note. Okay, the last two notes I have for myself are 1. Patrick Bread Hands.
Yes.
2.
Uh-huh.
You are hammered. Go find cats.
Yes. These make sense.
They do.
Also, I think I may have closed out Roll20 opening Twitch.
Tragic.
Nice. Well done. Well, we can start our introductions real fast. We can just flip right through them.
Yep.
Just in the order you appear in the Discord, please say who you are, which character you will be playing, and we'll get right to the recap.
Okay. Top of the order. Hi, I'm Amy, and tonight I will be playing Rowan.
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I will be playing Callan.
I am Dallas MacArthur. I am the dice boss for this lovely holiday.
Dice boss.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dice Boss is the gender-neutral and non-kink affiliated dungeon master, and I love it, and I'm actually starting to use it more than I thought I would.
I mean, I
Nice.
suppose you have to be male to be a master, but I would disagree.
Fair. I am Kevin, and I will be playing Finan.
I'm Casey, and I'm Parrot. And great timing.
Excellent
Sarah.
timing. Sarah, say who you are and what character you're playing.
Ta-da! I'm Sarah. I play Zahn, and we both share the nasty habit of coming in just at the last minute.
Wonderful.
Hello, I am Karina, and I will be playing Sasha.
And I'm Renee, and I will be playing Yelena.
Squad.
Who remembers what happened last week?
I mean, Amy does, but I don't think Rowan does.
I mean, do you want my quotes version, or like what actually happened?
Quotes.
Vacation mountain sweater is like my third line. Fourth line is the Wonder Twins. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
I remember that.
So many times.
Yep.
We are very good at talking and moderately intelligent. You are very good at talking or you are very intelligent and make good talking. I mean, that's actually... Yeah, Patrick Bread for Hands is definitely...
Yeah,
and Zahn Loot to Parith. Those are my last two notes.
Yeah, Zonloot to Parith is on there as well. We
Only the
arrived at a
important
snow
stuff.
chalet. That's drinking. The Norse gods are here, and they're bickering about pigs.
What?
And
I missed that part.
also Frost Giants.
Also, frost giants in dope helmets.
Accurate, dope helmets. They make great tanks.
excellent turtle shells.
Honey
Yes.
mead and venison.
Ooh. Yeah, that's nice.
We, in the future, will have options for crafting, but also hot springs. So just to keep that on, the to-do list.
I don't foresee us necessarily getting to hot springs tonight. We'll see how the evening goes.
Ain't that just the way?
I would not put it past us to spend, 5 episodes in the inn if you let us, unfortunately.
Yup.
I mean, we still have to figure out bed arrangements.
Okay.
And
Also,
then there's always
pro-
wedding planning.
I was about to say, there's some important plot stuff, which is Frost Giants are mad at the inn staff because they haven't been paid for their work.
Yeah.
But Torsten is still working building the stable because once he finishes that, he gets to marry Joffrey.
Who is stalling?
Who is stalling. Everybody's stalling.
Mm-hmm.
Joffrey is the one with the pet pigs, so there's pig ethic debates in the kitchen.
Pig ethic debates.
Oy, oy, oy.
Classic.
Also, Perith has face blindness with dwarves.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in his defense, they do really all look alike.
Did he think they were the bean dwarfs?
Yeah,
No,
Parrot
they're-
just walked
they
right up
are
to
the
him
bean dwarfs.
and
yeah,
was
they,
like,
they are the bean dwarves, but he thought they were dwarves that he played Foursquare with, like episode 3,
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
like a year and a half ago.
He went
And
for
then-
truly vintage dwarves.
yeah, and for Renee's sake also, there was a lot of farting coming from Rowan that was in good chorus with the Bean Squad.
Yes, the dwarves and I have bonded.
This is very important.
And now I'm drunk. I don't know about anyone else.
Fanan got his captain's regalia back because Amelia was throwing clothes at Zon.
Oh, right, yeah, she's hammered.
Yep.
I don't know, how strong is Ambrosia?
Well, after 15, I'm just about a good.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa,
That was
Robot
Robot
Sarah.
Sarah.
Some bit crushing going on. Crushing of bits.
So, late arrival to the party, Yelena,
Yes.
you approach this fantastic inn that, despite its size, has a very log cabin aesthetic. The top of the inn is a old ship with the prow carved in the shape of a dragon head hanging down upside down above the door.
She would like to reach up and touch it like you touch, like a lucky statue when you walk past it.
Excuse you, madam.
Oh! Hello!
Hello.
May I enter?
I suppose you may, if you want to. It's not like there's a roaring fire and delicious food on the other side of that door that I'm forever closed from.
Would you like me to make a fire out here for you? I have a friend who's very good at that, and I think she might be here.
The statue squints at you. No one has offered to do that before. What I really want is a friend.
Oh,
Aww. Yelena will whisper down at her forearm where she is wearing her mimic armband
Mm-hmm.
and say, Do you want to make a new friend?
Roll animal handling.
I can do that.
For how much of a bonus you have, that was a pathetic roll.
It's
Yes.
pretty sad.
I don't know that Mimic wants to not be friends with me. I think
Yeah,
Mimic...
the mimic's kind of clinging to your arm pretty tight.
Okay, I will, I think that Yelena will stroke Mimic to reassure Mimic that she's not going to get rid of it if he doesn't want to make new friends.
It whimpers slightly.
Aww.
Way to go, Gillinger.
I will work on that. And she'll say to the dragon figurehead.
Do you proceed inside?
Yes.
As you open the doors, your first sensation is being hit with a blast of heat out of the roaring fire. Your second sensation is all of the smells, primarily good ones, but there's also people here, some of whom you even know. Is there anyone specific you would go and look for, or anything specifically you would go and look for? You can ask questions about anything on the screen, and I will do my best.
So I think that the first thing, since Sasha is right here
Yes.
for some reason by herself, because that never happens.
Never
She's
happens.
looking really awkward. Honeymead in her hand, like she has a cup of something, I guess. I mean, if you got close enough, it's honeymead. But she's just kind of that awkward. What is that called? Wall butterfly? What is that?
Wallflower.
God,
Fly-
I'm
fly
sorry.
on the
It's
wall.
been. I was gonna say papillon. That's how long of a day that it's been.
Yawn.
Wall papillon, and then I was like, oh, my brain. Sasha can be a wall butterfly if she wants to. She is being
I would-
the awkward wallflower over there. Good lord, it's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
Sasha, how long have you guys been here?
I. She looks down at her meat as if she's trying to decide how much she has drank and how long it has been, and then she looks back up at you and goes, "I am uncertain. I stopped at the door to talk with Yori."
Oh, is that the dragon I met?
Yes, the head ship that's outside.
He told me he wants a friend, so if we come up with a good way to get him a friend, we should do that.
Does he like cats? I heard there's lots of cats around here.
Oh. I don't know.
Sticks
I
head
didn't
out
ask
door.
him what type of friend. I think he would... Well, I don't know. Can he talk to cats?
I don't know. I tried talking to him, but he cannot move, so maybe a friend that could also, keep him company.
Maybe lots of cats?
Sasha will shrug her shoulders. Maybe.
Okay. Well, while I was on my way here, I made you this, and she will shove a knitted bundle at you.
Oh, me? She'll, take it in the one paw and switch the honeymead over to the other. And when she, holds it out in front of her, what... Does it look like anything, I guess, is the question.
So, it looks like a blob.
Mm-hmm.
A blob whose purpose is to be a quiver. which is extremely useful when you can put the arrow in it and then you can't pull it out because it gets stuck when it goes through the holes between the stitches.
Is this a, what did you call it? A cozy for my quiver?
Ah, well, it is a quiver, but if you want to put it outside of your normal quiver to keep your quiver warm, I'm sure it would like that.
Oh, I agree. Perhaps my quiver could use a friend. Arrows might damage your lovely knitwork.
Oh, I did not
Sasha,
think of that.
Sasha will sit down though and like take her quiver off from over her shoulder and sit down and slowly put her honeymead next to her and slowly start like pulling the cozy over the top of her quiver.
Nice.
Oh, Yelena is very touched by this.
Thank you. It's a lovely gift. Karina would like to know what color it is, if it is a one color.
It is green because Yelena overheard Sasha tell Zahn that her favorite color was green.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in which case, as Sasha is putting it on, if Yelena is still kind of standing there, she'll go, "I really like the color, Yelena. Thank you.
Aw, I picked it just for you.
It's my favorite color."
Oh, good.
Yelena, after that
Yes.
interaction with Sasha, is there anything you're looking for? Are you looking for some food, for a pint, for some friends? You know most of the people here at the table.
I don't know that there's anything in particular.
Do you want to just wait and see what happens?
There is a lot happening.
I mean, I feel like there's so much going on, she wouldn't know where to start.
Let's see what's going on. Let's go around the table. Fanan.
Currently, in the aftermath of Zahn and Patrick's antics, he is currently picking up oh gosh.
Amelia?
It's oh yeah. That's where I am. Yes, he's currently picking up Amelia's clothes, which are
Yes.
many of which are on the floor
Yes.
at this point.
Yes.
And kind of sorting out Robert's regalia from stuff that belongs to her, plus some other stuff that may belong to him, and she had for just some reason. Yeah,
that's how it goes when it snows.
Yeah. But if in the midst of that, he'd probably look up, especially if the door open and Yelena's come in. Probably Fanana give a rousing. Yelena, get a pint for Yelena. Another round for everyone.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay, where my character sheet go? And I'm finding it. And just a charisma save.
Yeah, charisma saving throw.
Wow.
It's a
Everyone
yeah.
tonight. Dang.
Very, very average all around. Go team.
Everyone just kind of glares at you, and almost everyone around the table kind of holds their hand up towards the bar, going, "No, I'm all right."
Oh.
I'm not even halfway through mine, Fanan, but thank you.
I will take one.
There we go. All right, someone still knows how to party.
Yelena, a very young woman, slides out from behind the bar up to you and says, "Ah, it's so good to have a dragonborn. Another dragonborn among us. Would you prefer to have ale or mead? We have both."
I guess whatever he's having. And she'll point at Fanan.
Fanan, what are you having?
I was having, I think, just a pint of ale. think so. I need to go back and look at the menu again, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think if Yelena is drinking around, in theory, with Fanan, she'll drink whatever he's drinking.
Excellent.
Yeah.
A mug veil is slid into your hand, and you are directed over to Fanan. There are plenty of chairs. Don't let the picture fool you. And Amelia is beside him, and still covered, but about 3/4 undressed.
Well,
You've just missed the excitement.
clearly, if I had known she needed clothes, I could have knitted her some more.
You'd be surprised with her.
Aren't we all?
No. Ooh, Sarah, you're still very robotic. I think you
Yeah,
tried
I
to
think
say
so.
something. I couldn't understand you.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe leaving and coming back would help. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Meow!
I heard
Oh,
that.
I heard
that
the
was
meow.
fine.
Heard the
Yeah.
meow. You can communicate in cat sounds only, apparently.
No talk, only cat.
Is Sarah going to be playing all of the cats that befriend Yori?
Yes.
Yes.
Also,
I did
meta
understand
note,
the-
Yori hates cats.
I mean,
Oh.
yes, that was
We-
just, you know.
We have no way of knowing that.
We will learn this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, Sasha's
Yeah.
planning on asking one of the giants, so don't worry. As far as that goes, question mark.
I mean, I think we determined that there was a question of the cats and what kind of a friend he wants. So, or
Which
she, or
is- yeah.
it. So I think we will need to ask some questions.
Yes.
Well, that's good for Fanan. Callan, what are you doing?
Helen is still eating his dinner. And consequently beating the cat that is near his plate.
Yes.
So, very
Deadeye
enjoy.
is sharing a drink with you and was the only other person in the room who cheered at Fanan's next round.
Point of order, Renee, both Amelia and Deadeye. As Dallas put it last time, where is it? Where's my note? I totally made a note about this. Oh, where did it go? Wasted, I believe, was the blasted. No, it was
Blasted, I think.
Absolutely
Blasted sounds
blasted.
more like the mood I was in last
Yeah.
week.
No,
But-
they are both blasted. That is the note that I have.
And that's like 3 steps past wasted, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's
Yeah.
how it works.
That's how we're making
Scientifically,
it
I
work.
can confirm that yes.
And so the jolly blue giant beside me is blasted.
No. Deadeye, the skeleton on the
Deadeye
other
is-
side of you, is
okay.
blasted.
Okay.
Though, can you have a blood alcohol level without blood? Deadeye is working to prove that.
We will see.
It just means that your percentage goes up a lot faster.
Where is he keeping it?
I was gonna say, if he doesn't have any blood, is he just pure alcohol right now?
Yes.
Excellent.
Callum looks at Deadeye. Callum looks at Deadeye and sees like he's like beyond gone. I guess.
Oh, he
And,
holds his composure very well. He's just very
he
drunk.
Okay, well, Callum has witnessed the amount that he's been drinking, and he's slightly worried for him, and says, Deadeye, you should eat something, man. Order some fiddles.
You, don't seem to understand that I do not possess a stomach and cannot process traditional foods.
Does he still have a liver?
Traditional alcohol?
Good question.
He did get a 17 on his Constitution saving throw to,
Should have a liver.
have a liver. Yeah, we'll go with have a liver. I was gonna say like
Okay.
not be overwhelmed by the alcohol.
Okay.
Coloring son. Oh, yes. Right. I did. Sorry. And then he goes back to eating his food.
Excellent. Zanya, what are you up to? Assuming you're
Hold on
my
one second. Sorry. We were bleaching.
You're doing fine.
This is real life D&D, Sarah. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Hey, this is real life D&D. This is Sarah trying to get out of her apartment before the end of the month. Yay! Okay, so, but Zahn, thank you. Zahn is, let's see, what is Zahn? Zahn was just drinking. No, she handed, the last thing she did was she handed Paris the loot.
Yes.
So I think she's probably just drinking, laughing at her bewildered piece of shit brother.
Yes. Who is now singing
Um,
a cappella bread covers of all of the songs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Patrick my spirit animal? Oh, Lord.
Well, has he discovered that his hands are not in fact bread?
Let me find out.
Roll for bread.
Is he doing this with disadvantage because he's drunk? That's what
Yes, he should
Good.
be.
Good.
Me pulling up character sheets frantically. So we're gonna go with wisdom, which he has a -3 in. He got a
Shut up.
2.
It's better than a -2.
So Zahn's just gonna sit here and like periodically take a piece of bread off of each appendage. So like it seems like he's come to peace with the fact that his limbs are not bread.
Yes.
So she's going to like keep fucking with him and occasionally just like take some bread and all of a sudden he has a hand back. And then he like goes to check his other appendages and she puts the bread back on. And he's like looking back and now his hand's bread again. Like rotating through his limbs.
Zahn, you are cruel, and I love it.
Well,
And we are no longer sorry that you had a spoon of fiasco.
Spoon curse.
Yes.
I am taking this out on Patrick.
Harith, what are you doing?
Well, after like all the high fives in the world from Zahn, Perth would continue his expedition and trying to get Peter to have fun, giving him drinks, pointing and laughing at Patrick while Zahn messes with him.
And what else?
Let's see here. He's reassured the giant that hard work deserves its reward.
Compensation.
Yep. So I don't think they were in the middle of any more conversation there, right?
No. We more or less wrapped up all the conversations last week.
Yeah.
So, unless we're going to start some new ones, I'm just checking in on everyone before the plot starts.
Okay, well, I think Parrot's pretty much ready for the plot to start because, like I said, he's having a great time watching Zahn with Patrick. Like,
Excellent.
this was well deserved.
Last but not least, Rowan.
I mean, yeah, same boat. I think she's almost, like, probably 90% of the way through that bottle of wine, so she is having a good time, and Patrick is getting memed on, so she is ready for plot.
Guys,
There's-
are we really only 30 minutes in and gonna get to the storyline?
I'm really proud of us.
Oh, you think you're going to get to the storyline?
We won't, because we have to figure out sleeping arrangements, right?
Not yet. First,
Also,
there,
I was gonna say, Arthur isn't here yet, you guys. Like,
Oh,
there
true.
are a
No,
sequence of popping bubbles.
Sequence.
And I need everyone who is not Callan to roll a perception check.
It's like his calling card, like
Why leave Callan out? He would
dun
just
dun
be
dun
good, right?
dun. Oh, is it perception or not insight? Perception. Okay.
Perception.
Oh no. Yep. Sasha
Wow, that's not
was
bad.
going to talk to a giant, but is very distracted by whatever's about to happen.
Appropriate for drunk Rowan. That's great.
Sasha, 24 is not distracted.
Mm-hmm. Right. I just mean she's not distracted by this conversation that she wanted to have with this giant. So excellent.
Everyone who got above a 12, I need a Fanan did roll. Excellent.
Yep.
So basically just everyone but Rowan. And I need Zahn to roll.
We're working on it.
Everyone who got above a 12 notices a piece of paper appearing in their pocket.
In their pocket?
Yes.
Are you
All of
Oh.
your pockets are my pocket.
Oh my god.
So we've progressed from your pockets are my pockets to all of the
Right, to
pockets are my
everyone's
pockets.
Yeah.
Our pockets.
Sasha's like, I did not consent to this. Like,
That's how it feels.
I mean, I'm surprised that Perth noticed a note after he didn't notice hordes of dynamite being stored in his
He's stored in his
okay.
pockets.
This is a
That is
different kind of.
questionable.
Zahn also noticed a piece of
Pocket
paper
use.
going into her pocket. The contents of the paper in question are in your private messages in Discord.
I don't. Wait, but this is. Oh, okay, all right. I am too tired. Let me read this.
Oh
again.
my, oh my. Okay, those words.
Okay.
Oh, Sasha has very mixed feelings about this. Sasha's very concerned.
Oh gosh.
Callan, you see most of your friends pulling papers out of their pockets with a very familiar gilded engine sent to them and reading them. How do you
Sasha-
respond?
Sasha gets the first two paragraphs
I mean-
in and just puts it away and goes back to what she was doing.
Callan sees everyone pulling newspapers out of their pockets, not his. Out of their pockets, and immediately just says, "Oh no," to himself.
Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no! And then he well, would he would just no he would nervously continue eating his dinner.
Nice. Does anyone have any verbal responses besides what we've already heard on the mic?
Just the stereotypical, oh no, as she puts it away.
If I had a good song that I could come up with to respond with, I would, but I don't. So
Perth
No.
would probably give a chuckle, look over at Callan, and then I'm sure super discreetly put it back in his pocket.
But maintaining eye contact. See, that's what cracks me
Yeah.
up.
Prolonged eye contact.
Yeah.
Zahn is vaguely
So yeah,
less
Zahn
than
doesn't
fair.
know. Yeah, Zahn doesn't know who this person is, Dallas.
That's
Fair enough.
Ah, that's true.
Zahn has never met Arthur. I don't even know that Yelena has met Arthur.
Yelena has.
Okay.
Okay, but this is what I need to know. Is like, how did the tales of Patrick's terrible loot make it to this person that Zahn doesn't know?
Would
Is he
you
really
ask
known
that
far and
question?
Do you say that out loud?
No, Zahn briefly thinks in her mind,
Nope.
God, everyone hates Patrick. This is great. And then she tosses the letter over her shoulder, just back to fucking with my brother. This is great.
Callan, you definitely noticed Zahn discard her copy of the letter.
Also notice Yelena leap up onto the bench and sing, "Can you feel the love tonight?"
Yes.
No?
Question. Does Zahn walk away from the letter
It is
The letter has
presumably
been
like
tossed over my
here on the floor
left
behind it.
shoulder.
there? Okay.
Wait.
By this time, Callan will be through with his meal, and we'll go bring it over to the counter, his empty plate.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
on his way back, he will pick up that letter.
Excellent. I will also put it in your private chat then.
Okay. Because he knows who this is from.
I can see what's happening, and Callan doesn't have a clue.
Callan's getting a clue.
What's happening?
From across the room. What's happening? Oh.
Well, she jumped up on the table, right? Like,
She did jump up on the table.
Can you feel the love tonight? Callan is half of it. Stealing through his friends' pockets. Arthur wants to marry him.
what? And now Rowan is rummaging through her
Callan,
did a
any
really good
reaction?
It's definitely, okay, so he is definitely blushing. His eyes have grown white at some of the parts of this letter. But, like, right now, that's all. He's still reading.
Yes, but Yelena is on the table singing about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's not really paying attention to that. No, as soon as she started singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," he kind of was like embarrassed and knew, and so tuned that out
Tune
and
it out.
focused on. Once he saw Dawn drop the letter, then focused on getting that and getting back and reading.
And if he does say yes tonight, we can only hope his all the days with us and traveling will not be shortened at all.
The ruckus of the
Sorry, I
bar.
was mute. Wait. Oh, as she finishes her song, Zahn like leans back in her drunken stupor and like slow claps Yelena and like goes back to messing with Patrick.
The ruckus of the bar like doesn't care that there's a dragon dancing and singing on the table. So everyone else is just still going about their business.
Because it is perfectly normal to dance and sing in everyday life.
Of course.
In a bar, specifically.
In a bar run by Asgardians, yes.
And in Yelena's head.
Also, Yelena, you need to fix your hit points because I can still see that it says you only have 30 hit points, and that makes me nervous every time I see it.
Keep it.
You're so
keep him on his
mean.
toes.
Oh. Sasha moved. What's Sasha doing?
Sasha's going over to Bone Chiller,
Yes.
to ask Bone Chiller a question, essentially.
Bone Chiller is going to look very far down at you.
I mean, not super far. She is considered... What is it? She is considered large. She'll look up at Bone Chiller and, say in Giant, excuse me, do you know
upside down Yori ship outside?
Bone Chiller will respond in giant. Yes, we are well aware of Jory and his condition. It was an odd request when we built this inn, but we did follow the instructions with, promise of payment.
Oh, was upside down Yori ship yours?
Upside down Jory ship, as you call him, belonged to the owners of this fine establishment.
Do you know Yori very well?
No, I cannot say I'm terribly well acquainted with him. Why?
Okay. Yori asked for a friend. I did not know, if you would know what Yori might mean.
Roll persuade.
Good. I'm really good at persuade.
Why
Let
do you
me-
play not charisma-based characters and then put yourself in this position all the time?
Well, I mean, she's average. Like, she's got a 10 in charisma. I rolled a 13.
Bone Chiller smiles down at you and says, "You are earnest and eager. I am not a fan of how they charge for lessons in crafting after not paying us what we would do for far superior craftsmanship. But in their woodcutting room workshop, someone has started trying to build Jory a friend."
Sasha was already excited when he said that there was a wood cutting workshop. And then she kind of frowns though and says, if your craftsmanship is better, would you teach me? I wanted to make some small things, but I am not very good at it.
If you want me to instruct you, you would have to take that up with one of the owners of this establishment. We giants are forbidden from using their workshops.
Well, I meant, would you just teach me if you had the means? I would like to learn from you.
Roll persuade again.
Sure. I rolled a 13 again.
I believe that I could teach you. What is it you would like to learn?
How, I would like to learn how to better,
And she kind of holds out her paws in front of her, and struggles for a second in this other language and says,
how to take, wood and make small animal images.
Bone Chiller nods slowly. That can be done. Ivan is truly the best among us at wood carving. I am more of a smith myself.
Okay.
Actually, then Sasha does that thing where you're like, oh, okay, great. And then she realizes he says that he was better at smithing and goes,
What, really? Did you make yours? Your helmet and such?
Yes, I crafted all of these pieces myself.
They are really fine. You did wonderful, and I like them a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
and she'll awkwardly excuse herself and walk in Ivan's direction.
Whilst you are walking over, we're gonna go back around the table again. Fanan, anything particular?
At reading the note, he does kind of chuckle to himself and look over in Callan's direction. So what's going on there?
Callan, what is going on there?
Callan is still, I mean, he's fairly sure that, look, Arthur is trying to plan a wedding
Yes,
with him.
that is the implication.
It is the implication. With lute music, but not Patrick's.
Clearly.
That was a funny note in that letter. Honestly, it's been a while. Callan's a little shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it was nice hearing from Arthur, but at the same time, he didn't expect it would be this.
I mean, he's been very busy. Do you know how hard it is to plan a wedding?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Not that the two of you would know
honestly,
anything
he does-
about that.
Yeah.
He does think to himself, oh, I should not have left him back there.
Also, clearly, he's been talking to Peter's father
Oh, clearly. Yeah.
about the romance of Peter and Sasha, and gotten all sorts of big ideas. And then he goes from that to talking to Kekron, and Kekron's like, yes, but you have to have wolves. And then from there, it just gets out of hand.
It just kind of explodes from there.
The thought of the chief starry-eyed with Arthur discussing wedding planning just...
Oh, yeah.
This is a
Kills me
perfect
on-
image in my brain.
It kills me on the inside. That was...
Same.
It's beautiful.
It's painful.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And so, wait, so did Fanan ask that question out loud?
No, I'm just looking over there and seeing like what is Callan's reaction to all of this.
Oh, okay.
Because Fanan's observant enough that he probably saw Callan pick the note up off the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what is going through Callan's mind at this moment, and he's just mumbling as he's reading this letter again.
Do you take any action, Fanan?
Right.
I mean, he'll chuckle to himself a little bit, and then kind of mumble under. He'll like take it back for a second, mumble under his breath. Damn, that Sly Demon beat me to it.
Rude.
But also, are you still across the table, or are you closer to where Callan is?
I'm like across the table, like I'm on the same side of the room as you.
Okay, yes, but Callan wouldn't hear you mostly.
Oh yeah, no.
The noise of the room. Okay,
No. I will
that's what I was trying to figure out.
hand Amelia back her clothes and like
Well,
say,
Lol.
some of them, not
yeah,
not
you know,
the regalia.
yeah, no, that's I'm keeping that, and I'll just say try to at least keep them in your lap.
Maintaining eye contact with you like a cat, she slides them off her lap onto the floor.
Fine, be my guest. You want this to be a repeat of Tortuga? This can be a repeat of Tortuga. Anyway.
2 scenes later, Fanan carrying Amelia upstairs over his shoulder.
I warned you.
You and I remember Tortuga very differently.
We'll sidle up next to Callan and say, so, any chance you need, like, best man or anything? Or, like, an officiator? I am a captain of a ship.
If Yelena overhears this, she would like to say, wait.
Wait, but what?
I really think that I should be the officiant. I have never gotten to perform a wedding, and I really want to. And it's part of my job. Just let me do the wedding.
I don't know. I feel like I've definitely known both of them. So, like, I mean, I'll give it to you, but I do need to, like, play, like, some central role, because I feel, like, kind of responsible.
Because I feel like I need to make this whole wedding about me. I mean, I'm sorry.
Don't
Hashtag
say the
just
quiet
Yeah.
Fanan things.
And all this, Callan takes a deep breath and releases it slowly and says, "Finish. Not the time."
I mean,
As
it
this
sounds
is
like we don't have a whole lot of
To
time,
expression
so
in
I'm
general.
honestly trying to help.
Hold. Zon, as this is...
in the background, Zon just like runs by, tearing the bread loaf into tiny pieces, tossing them into there, saying, "Did sunflower girl!"
Nice.
And Perth would also pipe up whenever Yelena said that is her job. It says, "Oh, is that what spreaders of the good word do? Perhaps you would like Oswald to be a part of it then." Talking directly to Callan.
Nah, you're real quiet.
I was gonna say, Callan, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I said I thought you were talking to Yelena. But you were talking
Mm-mm.
to Callan.
Yeah.
Well, so Perith was like to Yelena, "Oh, is that what spreaders of the good word do?" And then turned to
turns
Callan.
to Callan.
Hey.
And it's like, perhaps you would like Oswald to oversee the ceremony then.
Maybe a little presumptuous, don't you think?
I'm pretty sure Callan has to say yes, and Arthur has to ask first. All of you. You're very excited for something that isn't necessarily going to happen. Callan should have a say in all of this, too.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Sasha.
You're welcome.
Right,
Right.
but Callan, what do you think you're going to say?
That's for Callan to decide, and none of your business.
I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Oh, the real Rowan comes out. Here we
She's nosy.
Nosy AF.
The cat, meanwhile, having finished its venison dinner, thinks that this entire party is on its account and is just sitting very graciously in the middle of all of you, nodding at each of you in turn.
I'm glad I have gathered you all here today.
I had to roll to see if I noticed the cat. I did not.
But does the cat notice you, is the real question.
The cat's noticed everyone.
Well, let's see if the cat notices you. I'm trying to notice the cat.
The cat notices.
Insight. Rowan really wants to notice the cat.
The cat has a +1 wisdom. Oh,
Wow.
the cat notices
Oh.
you.
Kindred spirit that you are.
You are the warmest object in the room. The cat is gonna curl up on you.
Yes! Yes!
Winning!
Yeah.
Hashtag winning.
Guys, I have been chosen.
It is
I
curled up
cannot finish
between
spot.
your horns.
This is best thing that's ever happened to me. Sorry about your impending engagement, but this is incredible.
Sorry about your impending engagement.
Sasha rolls her eyes and keeps moving towards
Woe
Ivan.
to the night.
Just done. Just done.
Anyone
Yeah.
else doing anything?
Yelena will go back to Parroth's question and say, well, Parroth, I don't know that chaos and marriage are the best cohorts. Marriage is built on strength, which is definitely right up Aelios's alley. Chaos, it might just all go to pieces.
Callan, if you need to escape, you know where to find me.
Helen is actively looking for an escape, and
Yeah.
Insight. Hold up. Let me. As Sasha like walks by you and says that, and then I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand to see if Sasha can being Lorge, be able to sleight of hand Callan out of this conversation. Hey, that is like a 23. So like Sasha will like come up whenever she leans over and says, if you need an escape, and Callan's just like, help me. Sasha will like come over and sort of like reach a large bear arm out and sort of guide Callan to be walking sort of in front of her as she moves over to Ivan. So Callan, if you would like to willingly be sleight of handed out of this conversation into warm bear walk, you are more than welcome to do so. She will do so.
yeah, Callan gives Sasha a nod, I guess, as she answers her talking, and look over here.
Yeah, you can. If you just want to be shielded from this conversation, Sasha will just like walk you over until you're away
Yeah,
from
to
this,
the fire.
next
that
to
sounds
the
good,
fire,
and
away
just
from that
takes a moment
conversation.
to think about things.
And Sasha will like be standing between you and literally everyone else.
And Peter is just like automatically standing guard. He's not even
Mhm.
sure why. He's just
Mhm.
he saw Sasha go into action and bodyguard mode engaged.
Where you can't see. Callan is gone. There's no Callan. There.
There's no Callan, only bears.
There
And
is
Yelena.
no Callan, only bears.
Perth would probably give out a, but Peter, you barely started the party, and then just realize that Peter's following Sasha and be like, yeah, he's a lost cause with partying. Like,
Also, you're looking at like the two most awkward like partying bears in the room. The one that was standing next to the door.
And
Ivan
Yelena will
sit-
just.
Whoop, Yelena first.
Oh, she's just gonna mutter to herself, you know, it could be a double wedding.
Sasha's immediately like, I don't know that Fanan and Amelia are ready for that.
I was gonna say Patrick leans over and goes, double, I was thinking triple.
A triple.
Who is getting what?
I thought Patrick was Zahn's brother. What's going on?
maybe going a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Hey, but Sasha calls Peter cousin, and they're not actually cousins. So in Sasha's
True.
mind, like if you call someone like Brother Patrick, could just mean that it's someone that you grew up with, you know.
He was a fellow monk in the temple. What are you talking about?
Patrick's gonna roll another insight check to see if he has yet to figure out what Zahn is up to, and if he fails this one, he is going to pass out.
Yep.
Well,
He
Yep.
failed it. Patrick is under the table.
Rowan applauds.
congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm sorry as the first person to now be out at a party. I'm sorry now, Patrick, for anything that might happen to you at this point.
Lol, 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 lol.
Hello.
Hello! I'm trying to turn this off because. There we go.
I
There
just
we
sent
go.
you a message going, do you
We're fine.
know your camera's on?
Just a second.
This is real life D&D.
It is?
Hey, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, Patrick is under the table. Zahn, do you care about getting him up to bed, or are you gonna leave him there?
Pull out a Sharpie first.
We do feel a little bit bad, so we are going to go and tuck his, like, first steps first. Zahn, like, kind of sheepishly rocks up to Parith and is like, hey, so you still have that loot?
Turns to Giant and looks up on the horn of the helmet.
The giant was about to challenge you to an arm wrestling contest.
Now what? Oh, I thought she asked where the loot was.
She did, but now that you're looking at the giant was in the process of coming up to you and going, so, you look pretty strong. Would you like to arm wrestle?
Looking at Zahn, I probably have a quick minute, wouldn't I? Before I go pick up our trash for the night.
Is this the giant that was given the loot?
Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant. Can Zahn see the loot?
Yes. It's hanging on the
Zahn.
horn
Yeah,
of his helmet.
and like you were there whenever it was given to the giant to put on the
Brilliant. Zahn ropes the loot.
That is an athletics check.
Okay, brilliant. Let me do that.
The giant is putting his very large arm on the table, looking at Parith.
I'm curious how this drink. Oh,
That was a lot of buttons on, but we got to the athletics check. You are able to
I'm
rope
sorry.
the loot without a problem.
Yes! I'm gonna take the loot, tuck it under Patrick's arm, and like lay a blanket over him, and then continue about with bread.
Okay.
Barrett would say, yes, especially if we'd like to make a wager. I feel bad about this because I gifted that loot to you, but my friend seems like she wanted it back. So how about we arm wrestle for the loot?
The giant nods eagerly.
All right. And Parith will put his arm up on the table. And
Oh, the giant rolled an 11.
Wow.
Wow.
Parith easily slams the giant's wrist down on the table, and the giant shakes his head slowly.
Zahn's in the background doing her like thing, but drunk. Genuinely excited.
You have some strength, Orc. You would do well in the crafting.
I'm afraid that I have not heard of the crafting that you speak of.
Well, the proprietors of this inn do not allow us in their crafting rooms, but we giants are experts of various crafts, smithing, woodworking, fiber weaving, all of it. And there are facilities here to engage in such arts if such a thing would interest you.
That does sound like an experience. I will perhaps check this out.
The hosts offer their pathetic lessons or whatnot, but if you want to learn real craft, you learn it from the giants.
Very well. I should do that if you offer your own classes or so. And then perhaps we can come back in and show up the teachers a thing or two, huh?
That would be excellent.
Gives a sturdy laugh.
I myself am a woodcarver by trade.
Anyway, this has been fun. Perhaps we should try it again, maybe with a little bit less drink in our systems.
Aye, at that. I'm going to be heading back to the hot springs with the others. Do enjoy your night. We will be back tomorrow, I'm sure.
And Perth will head over to pick up Patrick, and it's like a very rough slung head over the back of the shoulder. That way, if there's puke while there's walking, there's none on his armor. Being very careful about that.
Is there puke while there's walking?
Is he passed out?
Huh?
He is. He only has a -1 to con. Oh, yeah, there's puke.
Oof.
As you pick him up, he's a bit pukey.
Yeah, it was a bit rough on the stomach as he flew over the shoulder.
Yeah. Where are you taking him?
Taking him over here and saying, excuse me, I assume that there's rooms for the night somewhere. I'm afraid one of our friends did not quite make it to their place to abide for the night.
Oh, of course. Follow Druthin. Druthin is, here he comes now. Another one of, clearly your hosts, like their eyes shine and their complexion is just too perfect. Begins to approach, fidgeting with the, small hammer on his belt. He gives you a smile. Alright, I'm Drunthin, that's me. What can I help you with?
I'm looking for a place to put this man to rest.
Talking permanently or just till morning?
We'll say tomorrow afternoon, most likely.
Oh, I understand. Well, there's a community sleeping area upstairs. If he hasn't paid for a room special, we can just toss him in there. He'll be fine.
Sounds great.
Right
that way
this
he
way.
won't be disturbing anyone else.
I assume you are dragging the Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Druthin leads you up the stairs, and if you zoom out, the second floor has been revealed.
Ooh.
He leads you down a hall, of doors with various guest rooms, and across from them, across from the partitioned rooms,
Very
there's
well.
just a community sleeping area with a collection of beds and soft
Right
floors.
there.
Right there. Just make him comfortable here. These sleeping areas are, available to anyone who wants them. If you wish to book a more private room, that's your prerogative.
All right. Well, I think I found him a spot. I'd hate for him to throw up on these wonderful beds that you have provided.
It's very considerate of you.
Just propped him up against a box. Out of the way.
So what's your name then, Orc?
I'm Perth.
Perith, it is a pleasure. Extends a hand, shakes it firmly, assuming you match it.
Yep. And once again, it was Jorth?
Drunthin.
Drunthin.
Aye.
Do we have a picture with the name for spelling on that yet?
It is in the Bifrost.
DRUTHE.
Oh, it's in the Bifrost. Yeah, I
Mhm.
was looking at All Stars. I wasn't up high enough.
Yep.
Yeah, but could you also type his name there?
Karina, can you do that for me?
I can.
You're amazing.
Thank you. Okay,
Drum
that's
thing.
better.
Yep.
So what brings
Gotcha.
you to our lovely establishment then, Perith?
Well, I believe we won the trip. Is that right, guys? Or
I don't know how we got here.
There was no explanation. You get to decide.
Okay.
What does Perith think happened?
Yeah.
Well, things have been going so well in the capital lately that, as a thank you for liberating them from the king, the royals? I don't remember. The crown. The crown is the name of the city.
Yes.
The crown has extended this as a offering of. I don't know. What's a good word for that? I've lost all my words.
The council gave us a vacay.
Yeah, basically.
We've done a lot of hard work, and it's gonna get harder, and we needed a break. Backstory, hashtag.
Hashtag backstory.
Yes, and this was definitely not from... Oh gosh, I don't know what's wrong with my mouth today. It's not wording. What's
The
the other
council
name
at
of
the
the city?
capital? Oh, I don't
The
know.
one that we left on fire.
Oh,
Posture.
posture.
Posture,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely
this
not
was
posture.
definitely not from them.
No.
But
Gratitude for
you
establishing,
were
helping
there.
to establish the council. We were bid to accompany Callan, their savior, to lands unknown.
yes. And it was stated much more like that than I was stating because Casey's mouth is not working.
That's
It's okay. Perith got this. Perith got this.
Perith knows what's good.
I'm glad you could come here and relax. We are very proud of what we've built here.
Insight check. Never done an insight check.
Honestly, Perith, Sasha was like, "So how much of it have you built?"
How much exactly?
Which wood slot did you put together?
How much work is the word "you" doing?
Yeah,
It's a capital Y. It's the royal.
And just for all the fellow YouTubers out there, please know that I've been playing D&D with Dallas for 4 years now.
About 4.
And none of my characters have ever rolled an insight check. That's not bad for Perith.
Yeah, not bad at all.
A 12?
Let me roll his deception. That's a vague enough number that I can't just give it to you. But it's not low enough that I'm like, nah, he got you.
Oof.
You
Oh,
sense no
that's
deception.
pretty high. Yeah. Yeah. Perith will probably just assume that, he hired on afterwards or something because, he's not suspecting what the Giants said either because no insight check on that. They're both telling the truth as far as Perith's aware.
Chaos.
Perith will just probably appear slightly confused, but say nothing. Assuming that everything is fine.
Alright. No rest for weary travelers. That's always been the dream. Not just of me, but of, my father and sister and brother. The top of the stairs are here. They're just not shown on this part of the map.
Yeah. And, what about the other travelers? The ones who were here earlier today? Why can they not stay with us?
Giants? Do you
Yes.
think a giant would fit in any of these rooms? Don't be silly. They have their hot springs right nearby.
But surely if you can build something so magnificent, you could add on a couple rooms for giants.
Roll.
I mean,
accusation.
obviously-
Roll intimidation.
Huh?
Roll
Obviously.
calling you out.
Charisma saving throw. Ooh.
Druthan turns a bright shade of pink in the face and kind of gives you an embarrassed glare. Well, maybe we'll consider it. And
I
then
think
kind
that
of
would be wonderful.
scoots off. Back into the kitchen.
That, by the way, still was nothing. That wasn't Perth trying to weed out anything
I know.
of him building it. Yeah.
It was just Perth being Perth.
Perth wants everyone to be included.
A wholesome boy.
Except for
Except for
Patrick.
Patrick.
Except for
I was like, that's there's a no. You are not correct. That was not an entirely accurate statement.
Yeah, I was about to. That's just Patrick up to a bunch of praise and let him
Okay.
sleep there.
Checking in on Rowan.
I have a cat on my head. I'm thrilled.
Excellent.
Rowan has also started purring.
Yeah, Rowan and the cat are purring together. They are synchronized.
They are communing with one another. via
It is
this
possible they have both moved over to the fire to curl up as one together.
There's so much catness there. Fire cat from the other plane is also purring.
Rowan
Yeah.
has no need for a room. Rowan has cat bed.
Rowan
Kipley
is asleep.
asks Yelena kindly to not step on him.
She hasn't stepped on anybody yet.
Kipley is also on the table though and is considerably smaller than you are.
Okay.
Yelena, how are things? This is me checking on you.
Well, she's a little bit disappointed that nobody's agreed to let her officiate a wedding yet.
Yes. I understand.
If you're gonna bellyache about it,
Me too, Yelena. Me too.
But she is going to come over here to where it looks like there's somebody who might have a writing utensil that's not Callan, because she's not sure how Callan would respond to this request.
It's the barkeep.
Excuse me, do you have a pen that I could use?
Do you write poetry?
No, I just an offer on a
But-
paper.
But could you write poetry?
Well, I could try.
Roses are red.
I was gonna
Do
say.
you want
Callan
me to
is
write the
blue.
poetry?
She reaches, so far down below the bar, it's where you hide the good stuff, right? And pulls out a flagon on a mount, and the mount is made of 3 pens.
Oh, how am I supposed to use the pen without disrupting the flagon?
You have
Won't
to
it
drink
fall?
while you write.
Ha.
Ah, I can do that. So,
Wow.
oh, I love it so much. Yeah. Elena will stick her tongue out between her teeth, and then while she's gonna think while she writes, and then she realizes that she can't drink while she has her tongue stuck out. And so she picks up the flagon and, again, realizing that she can't drink and sing, does not break out into song. And she'll pick up the pen and she'll write on the back of the paper underneath the RSVP where she used a drop of ale to check yes. She's going to plagiarize Karina.
Excellent. Are you drinking the flagon while you are writing?
She's gonna try, but kind of it's very difficult to do.
Then I need you to roll a d100.
But yeah, she'll give it a go. She'll have another drink. A lightning cleric. We've got one more vacay while we're here.
You feel incredibly light and inspired. You feel as if you could leap over buildings. Which is
In a
gonna
single
compare
bound.
very well with your musical talents right now.
It really does.
In game
She's gonna be
data,
tap dancing
your
on the
jump
roof.
height has doubled.
Tap dancing on the roof by the end of this number. And for the finale,
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Cat on a hot tin roof.
Dragonborn on a hot tin roof.
Yeah, so she'll scribble the poem on the back while she drinks, and it is maybe a little hard to read because it's not a drinking and writing is not a
Talent of Yelena's.
no.
Alright, so
It's
you
really
have
not.
this note. What are you doing with it?
Well, she's assuming that Arthur sees whatever she writes on the back of it because the original letter was basically like use the back as an RSVP. So she's RSVPing that she wants to perform the ceremony.
Oh, you're trying to ask Arthur.
Yeah.
Well, she's
She's
Oh!
RSVPing to the wedding,
I mean,
Gales.
Tom's
That's the
not
whole.
responding.
That's what's been happening this whole time. That's why she asked for a pen. Is she wanted to RSVP to.
I
the
mean-
wedding.
she had previously RSVP'd and she made the offer to Callan, and then she was like, I better offer to Arthur too, because Callan's too busy deciding if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna like write it on the back and then go hand the note to Callan like all subtle like, but this is better.
Oh no.
So I need you
There
to
is
roll an
nothing subtle about musicals,
This
Dallas.
I need you to
Yeah.
write an Arcana check.
This is better worse. This is not better. This is better worse.
I can't click Arcana and laugh at the same time, guys.
It's not like writing your poem and drinking the alcohol at the same time.
A flowing script appears below it going, yes, 1,000 times. I love that idea. That would make it so much more official than what I had in mind.
Oh no! Arthur was just gonna kidnap Callan. And this was his way of informing us that he was going to be kidnapping Callan.
They're eloping.
Yep.
What did Arthur have in mind?
That's an excellent question that we'll now
Not-
never know.
Not much. Let's be real.
Not much is the real answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In all this chaos, Fanan.
Has Fanan seen Yelena like trying to write poetry and
Imbibe.
Give me a
and-
perception
and-
check.
And seeing everything that's going on here.
Ooh.
28.
Yeah, because Banana is our like resident expert poet writer.
You definitely notice.
Like, it looks interesting, and I see she's like, writing a note on the way back, for the RSVP, just kind of like peering over her shoulder, and he says, "Not bad. That's a bold attempt in Common, but Common is a language that's it's very difficult to write poetry in. You really do just have to take like 50 years to say whatever the fuck you're trying to say in Elvish."
Sans rouge.
Fanan, I really don't know how to do that because I don't speak Elvish.
Je vous saurai. Bonne chance. That's all you need. And
Can you spell that for me?
I will take a quill and I will reach my other hand for the flagon.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna use Lodgun's quill, you have to drink.
I mean,
Oh no!
I think that's yeah, we're gonna do that. So it's like, may I?
Have another drink. My grinning Fanan. We've got the rest of the vacay while we're here, and she'll pass it to you.
I love
Thanks.
how anyone in our poor audience has no context on why Elena is singing all the time, and it's beautiful.
They don't need context to have a good time,
No
Dallas.
context, just vibes.
They could just think she's a bard. It's fine.
Fanan, roll a D100.
Alrighty. 34.
Wow.
34. I think I'm gonna go with that first one. Yeah. So while you are writing, you become invisible.
Excellent.
Where'd my body go?
And I
Bro,
will-
have you seen my body?
Yeah.
Also, are you
Oh.
writing in Elvish?
Yes, he would try to compose like just a pithy little poem in Elvish.
Then give me a performance check.
Absolutely. 27.
I'm sure it's beautiful, but Arthur writes underneath, I don't speak Elvish.
Like I recognize the script, but like I don't know what this says, so I'm not gonna read it.
I check yes and shove it in my pocket unceremoniously.
There's just a big check mark next to the word "weh."
I did look up what languages succubi and incubi speak before you finish writing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, that's good.
Anyone watching the live stream saw me pull up the stat block.
That is legitimately a thought that would have never crossed Fanan's mind, and it's fine. You just
He was
see
feeling smart. It's
the
fine.
quill and the flagon are just kind of floating there, and they like go back to their tray, and you hear something about like, "Nah, is good art always goes unappreciated." Always, fine artists are always underappreciated in their time. I need another drink.
He's suddenly gone.
Have another drink, but I do not see you, so I hope you can find it yourself.
Do you go back to the bar to get a drink?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will.
The barkeep can see you.
I look at my own hand
You
because
cannot
Elena
see you.
didn't. That's
You cannot see you. That's the worst feeling ever. Hashtag existential crisis. I cannot see myself.
I don't suppose you could serve a less than visible fellow another drink.
Can I serve you an ale in this trying time?
She slides you an ale with a smile and a wink, saying, "Don't go getting into any trouble now that no one can see you."
Uh-huh.
That doesn't sound like Fanan at all.
That's a very tempting offer. I'll have to, and grabs the flask, think it over, and then strolls back over to his place. Well, wherever. He'll kind of take a spot in the corner, sipping at the ale, and see if we can spy a target.
What kind of target are you looking for?
You know,
The big
Who
round
looks-
kind with the circles.
who looks like they're in need of a good pranking?
Roll perception. While you're doing that, Sonya, what are you up to?
She's disappeared.
Yeah, she fell out of the call a while back.
Oh, she did say she was gonna dip for a minute. Apologies. Sasha and Callan, what are you up to?
Sasha pulled up a chair for Callan next to the fire.
Callan thinks service says, "Thank you. No, I prefer to stand."
Oh. Okay.
Because a nice thought there. I'm sure many others in my position would want to stay.
I would imagine so.
What do you make of this, Karina? Ah, shoot! Sasha!
Those are two very different answers, so I will go with the Sasha that you meant
Very
because I
different.
knew that I knew that you,
I meant!
but I knew that you meant Sasha, and I was like, yeah, that's fair.
I think Arthur's being Arthur again and not thinking things through.
What I feel. I expect, you know? I think I may need some time getting used to Arthur's presence again.
Yes, it has been some time.
I wonder if he's changed his old. I mean,
So the look on Sasha's face is the like hell no face, but it's that puppy face, like whatever that puppy face is. That's like the meme. That's like the mer face. If I can find it, I will send it. If anyone knows what I'm talking about,
I do.
But
I can picture it perfectly.
it's the little brown little puppy that's just
Yeah,
got
that's
the
like,
mer
"Aw."
face. Like, I don't think so. So Sasha makes an I don't think so face and looks at Kellen and goes,
I mean, did you actually read the letter? Because I'm not sure Arthur has changed at all.
yeah, no. He hasn't.
That is something to consider, Callan. Being with someone because you think that you can change them is not a reason to be with someone. In fact, it's the opposite, I think.
No. Maybe you're right. Sasha,
Hmm?
I mean, you don't. So if you don't want to, but have you ever had to make a decision like this before?
I don't think any decision that I've made is quite like this one.
Peter looking over Callan's head at you.
She honestly, like, genuinely is like staring off into the fire, like head slightly tilted, and anyone that is looking at her that rolls insight is like the first thing that she can think of that is any equivalent to this particular decision was when she stepped away and left the group.
Yeah.
And so in her mind, that's where her mind immediately goes, and she's like, I don't, no, nothing quite like the decision that you've made, or that you have to make, rather.
Well, what do you do? I hope that the answer is very clear for you.
It usually is.
Maybe
What
I
about-
should think-
Well, Sasha might not be looking at Peter, but Peter is doing the prolonged eye contact.
He is welcome to stare at the back of her head as she's standing next to Callan. There's probably that when someone is staring at you, and there's probably that left ear twitch or something as she's standing there internally, like, what?
Callan is not aware. He was just generally asking questions.
Yep.
To have some kind of validation, connection, understanding.
Yep. With
Yes.
someone that isn't
Yes.
making a huge deal out of something that Callan isn't even sure that Callan wants to do, which is why
Right.
Sasha was
Yeah.
trying to give you that space. So yeah, totally.
No, she did
Understand.
great. But Natalie has given Peters a double thumbs up.
Natalie is giving Peter a double thumbs up? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, that's Callan would just stare at the fire, deep in his thoughts again, and the conversation just kind of lapses into silence unless Sasha has anything else to say.
Callan, you know that not right now is also a valid answer.
Yes. Yes, I know. Thank you for that reminder.
No doesn't mean never. No can mean not right now. The trick will be convincing Arthur of that.
Yes, that's another matter entirely. Convincing Arthur without hurting his feelings is the process.
I've talked to him before. And I think that you're smart enough to do it.
Callan is the smart one, after all.
Here's to hoping.
Say again.
Something goes well. Here's to hoping.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, if Arthur can't wait for you, Arthur doesn't deserve you. And you shouldn't feel bad if that's the case. I'm sure if there is someone that you want to be with at some point, that you will find them. People usually find whatever they're looking for.
At least they're looking for it.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when they're not looking for things, they find that too, but that's, different.
Prime example, Rowan and her godhood.
Or Zon and her spoons.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, Sasha goes, I don't know that I'd call Rowan a god, but sure.
Rowan sleepily throws up a peace sign from the fire.
I was about to say, Rowan is working really hard to add cats as a domain on top of fire.
She already has a like sand desert cat.
I
Dallas.
do. I
Come
do have a
on.
fire spirit cat. Also, my real life cat is here. Hello. Do you have words to say?
Yeah, Pippin's been meowing heavily at my door during this very like you know, quiet moment, and just all I can hear out of my one ear in the background is
Yowl, yowling at the door.
yeah, as Siamese are wont to do.
They have opinions.
And opinions, they have them.
While this conversation is going on, Parith, you are approached by a rather odd-looking fellow.
You cut out there.
Oh, you are approached by a rather odd-looking fellow, clad in furs, and he looks very similar to your host, but it's clearly not one of them. You've seen him acting as a guest. He sidles right up to you and goes, hello, my muscular friend. Tell me, how long do you intend on enjoying this wondrous evening before being forced to retire and turn it into the next day?
Is it just me, or do you do this with everyone? I just happened to be nearby earlier when you were speaking to my friend Rowan and my friend Callan. Is this just like a thing?
Sitrick looks offended.
Yes, I am in fact a thing. Thank you very much.
Sitrick goes, you would call me some coy, some player that just flits about trying to distract people? I merely want to make new friends.
Oh, no, not distracting people. I greatly accept the compliment that you gave. I appreciate it very much. I just wanted to know if you were so good all the time with compliments.
Nice save.
Smooth.
Smooth. Roll for smooth, Paris.
Smooth.
I need roll for smooth. I need a
That's
charisma saving throw.
Parith got moves.
Charisma saving
Crank
throw.
dad.
Boom! That is
Smooth.
a 3.
Yes! Yes! The
That-
reverse good evening.
I was gonna say, that is so bad it's good. Like, Sitrick sees the genuineness of your response and just gives you a
He
smile.
knows that it's not a come on. That's what he knows.
Gives you a smile that is not condescending, but is very superior.
He understands that Parith has failed every type of flirt, romance, anything this entire game.
This entire game that has been filled with it to the brim. Well, my dear orcish friend, join me for a drink, won't you?
Looks at his glass and is like, it has been empty for quite a while. I should probably put this down. I would love
look
to
at
join
it,
you for
Look
a
at
drink.
it again, my friend.
Parith can't tell if he's being serious or if
Do you look at your drink again?
Parith would probably just try to like flip it up into his mouth to get whatever last drop may be in there.
It is quite full.
To show him that it's empty.
It is quite full. Don't choke. That is not a fun way to start an evening.
But it was empty.
Sitrick just winks at you, long and with a little bit extra batting of the eyelash.
You're one of the people who knows about the magic too.
Care for a game of chance? Dice? Cards? What's your fancy?
I like cards.
Suddenly, in Sitrick's hand appears a deck of cards, and he begins shuffling it expertly. Do you have a game you prefer playing? I'm aware of many realms, games of chance. I hear Monarch is popular on this realm.
I'm not sure I've heard of Monarch. I'd be willing to try it if you can explain the rules.
He does so, and since it's just you, I'm gonna have you just roll dice to see who does well.
Yep.
Rather than actually playing it out.
I completely understand.
But yeah.
And of course, now that we're through this conversation, I'm remembering that Perth is a fighter, and they get proficiency with a gaming set, and I definitely chose dice. So this was gonna be fun.
So you're not proficient, so this is going to just be a
A
charisma.
straight roll.
Straight
Oh,
charisma roll.
charisma. Okay. That's.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice. Because Sitrex specifically has +5 on games of chance. Instead of having him roll charisma, I'm gonna have him roll Constitution because that automatically makes it a +10 on the Ascalter stat block. So this is supposed to also be a charisma roll for the game of chance, but it is con because it's the correct variable.
Oh.
Son.
Parrot,
That's a
you
god
thought you
for
were
you.
doing well, but you got taken.
Oh yeah.
Taken by a god.
Like it looked like at first I was getting out there, but then he was totally just playing the table.
He was card sharking you.
He
Yeah,
was
card
just
shark.
messing with you from square one. Did you put any money
Yeah.
on the game?
Parrot doesn't have any money currently. He spent it all on ambrosia.
Spent all my money on the drinks. Sidrex smiles at you and is like, "Oh, it's all right. You can bet with some of mine."
I'm not really one to go take on debts.
That's
That
right.
is
That was
something-
just the practice round. Here, borrow. Here's silver and equivalent to 20 gold pieces. Slides it across the table. Borrow that from me. We'll play a couple more hands and see how much you owe me.
See, that's the issue. I've had many friends borrow things, and owing is not something that is very great. Is looking around. He did really like the compliment earlier. He'll sit down and he'll take the bait.
Excellent.
He's not wise.
Another game then shuffles and starts dealing. While this is going on, Yelena, Invisible Fanan.
Where's my mark?
What was
You
that,
can't
Fanan?
see it.
No, he can't see himself. He's on his own mark.
Well, I'm asking if I've noticed anyone in particular that a slight introduction of mischief might.
Do them well.
There
Yeah.
are 3 elvish women in a longboat. That have
Okay,
yet
but
to
he
interact
knows-
with anyone.
But he knows those women.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Hey,
See,
that,
here's the thing here. I don't know if Fanan, like, he knows the entity that they represent. I don't know if he knows that form.
Oh yeah, did
who
Fanan
went
ever
with-
interact with the
It was
Triples?
Rowan.
Fanan,
Yeah, I
Rowan,
don't think
yeah.
he's heard about
Never
the
did.
triplets.
Yeah, Rowan and
Rowan
Sasha
and
dealt with
Sasha
them.
went. Yep.
But
Yeah.
Parents saw
thankfully,
them,
to
but-
save you from having to mess with them, the smaller frost giant who had been working on the stable comes in, looking quite tired, but still with just a sheepish grin on his face.
Okay.
You also have Perith and Sitrek that you could prank.
I could.
Help Perith win.
Help
This
Perith,
would be
yeah.
so. That would be
Thinking
so
about
good. That would be so good.
I mean, if they are playing cards, I am gonna like look over the shoulder here and like just silently spy on the game.
Yes.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me.
Sitrek has true sight, and before Sitrek has true sight.
Yep.
Here's the old stealth check. Gets a
Nice.
30.
Oh.
Wow, he
Oh,
natted
wow.
again. He
Man.
natted again, Dallas.
Man.
But he is
Rude
the
of
god
him.
of mischief, so
How
like this
rude.
makes sense, does it not?
He looks over his shoulder with a wink in your direction, Fanan. That is so obvious you feel visible again.
A wink. I love it.
I thought
Yay.
I was like.
So sneaky. You
Uh-huh.
were so sneaky.
You were so
kinda like-
sneaky.
I'm like at a loss for words. Like I'll start to like, issue a comeback, but it's like there's nothing I can go from here. I've got nothing.
Sometimes the dice just align perfectly with the narrative.
I got. I just say, looks fun. Continue on.
Can't be dealt in.
Uh-oh. You were looking for mischief, Fanan.
You know what?
Pots 3 gold.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hands 20 silver back and says, I'm afraid I don't have enough.
I'll wager 3 gold.
Sitrek, not to be, perturbed by Perith's seemingly inability to play games of chance.
Well, no, see, the problem is that I don't have enough. You said that it cost 3 gold to get in, right?
Yes.
But you gave me only 20 silver.
He gave you the equivalent in silver of 20 gold.
Oh, okay, sorry. I wrote that down wrong. Never mind then.
No notes for you, Amy.
I can't. They're hers.
So yes, Perith, you have plenty of money.
Okay, yeah, Perith is definitely putting in then.
Sitrek shuffles deals. Roll your proficiency checks if you are not proficient in playing cards. It is
Can
just
I cheat?
charisma. Can you cheat? You can try.
Can I cheat? I want to try.
Sleight of hand against Sitrek's perception.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. What? Why is he
Oh, that's
critting?
That's a 20. Or,
He
How
has
does he-
advantage.
oh, he has advantage?
I mean, if he has advantage, he has advantage, but he keeps critting.
Yeah.
All of the Askeltyr have advantage on perception.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine, but why does he keep critting?
Why does he keep critting?
He's too good.
You can have advantage and consistently roll high, but why has he gotten 3 crits in a row?
Because this is his shtick.
He notices you cheating, but doesn't say anything. He's gonna go ahead and play the game. However,
Cool.
since you are cheating, you can roll with advantage, Fanan.
Yeah. All right, sure.
Wait, I want to know if Fanan notices that Sitrek notices that
I
he's
want to
cheating.
know if he knows that I know.
Do I know if he
Just-
knows if...
Fanan, you
squinty
can
eye.
make an insight check against his wisdom to see if you know.
Successfully cheated.
Sure, I'll make an insight check. Nope. Nope, I am blissfully unaware.
Good.
I
That
think I
is
have gotten away with some shit.
yes. Winning.
The number to beat is 14. Perith, Fanan, battle it out. Winner takes 9 gold.
What is the what's the roll?
It is a card game proficiency check, which if you are proficient in card games, you get to add your proficiency bonus. Otherwise, it's just a charisma roll.
Yeah, Perth already rolled, and he got a 7.
Oh, Perith did not win.
Okay, yeah, I do not think I am proficient in card games. I didn't know that was a thing you could be proficient in.
It's a
this this-
tool proficiency. I
There's a
think.
game of chance tool proficiency, and you have to specify whether it's like cards, dice, or something else.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I have anything in my character.
I don't think rogues get that.
Yeah,
And-
which is unfortunate.
Is
Yeah.
this the
That's-
same game that Perith rolled for earlier, or is it a second game?
Same. It's the second round, but the first round didn't have any money on it.
Yeah.
So is it just
Right.
straight charisma?
Straight charisma.
I guess my question is Perith supposed to roll a second time?
Perth did roll second time. His first one was a 3. His second game was a 7. Or no,
His
that was
first game was a
Christmas.
20. His first game
Yeah,
he did
that's right.
really well.
That's right. Also,
Oh,
are
true.
we almost to a 10-minute break, or do I need to real quick run and let my dog out?
We are about to pause and take our 10-minute break.
Okay.
Sadly, despite your cheating, Fanan, Sitrex still takes you.
The dice, they're in his favor.
Which honestly is
He
funny.
did the Pirates of the Caribbean, like 4 4s. That one, he did that.
Yep.
We are going to pause. I did not realize what time it was. We are
Even
gonna
our GM was having too much fun.
we are going to have a 10-minute break. We will be back at 9:05. We'll probably be in the chat channel before that.
True.
See everyone then.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a drink, but I'll
I'm gonna grab a muffin.
grab a cat off your notes.
She got down of her own volition
Oh wow, I'm
Hey.
impressed.
for now.
For now.
Alright, we'll see you guys in a little.
But only for now.
else back?
Sure am.
Some of these dice rolls tonight have been a little extra.
Yeah. Oh, did we lose someone?
Did someone
Yeah.
come back?
Hey, my mic was doing funky stuff.
Funky stuff.
Gonna take it to funky stuff. My mic's gonna do funky stuff.
Beep 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 beep.
Yelena would be so happy if your characters would do that with her.
Yeah, this is not the right character, unfortunately, to burst out in a song with Yelena, but let me tell you, I have had a few, and they're in the back of my head very upset that Sasha is not the type of character to do that. Specifically, I know Brigitte has been in the back of my head going, "Oh, look, come on, that was a good one!" Like, no, can't, sorry. It's not my place.
Hey, you don't get to play with your teeth.
Yeah, I made a bed with a cat in it during the break. So I was successful. I did do it, but there is a cat in this bed.
Well, I moved to sit on the couch during the break because having the puppy in the lap, he really does not fit. But then there was the period of time where he was outside and being very quiet, and I got very suspicious that he had figured out that he might fit through where the one board is missing in the fence, and I freaked out a little bit. But no worries, he was just being suspiciously quiet and hopefully not chewing up any more books. So
Being suspicious, being suspicious, being suspicious, being suspicious.
Yes.
You returned. Okay,
with that,
ma'am.
And now that we are back,
This isn't windy.
Yelena, what are you up to while Fanan and Parith are losing their collective shirts and cards?
well, she's gonna, as everybody has wandered off to do things, she's gonna go back outside to talk to Yori.
Sasha approves.
Wholesome.
Sasha spent the entire, like at least 3/4 of the first episode outside talking to Yori. I just need you to know that. This is what's making my heart very happy that someone else is like, but.
He's lonely.
She was definitely not there for the part where they're making a friend for Yori, so she's gonna find out what Yori thinks about cats.
Yep, here we go. We are here for this.
Do it.
Ah, hello again, Yori.
Step outside and the bitter cold is all that greets you. That and Yori.
Yeah, she pulls her horn cozy down a little bit further.
Best.
That is your name. That is what I was told, at least. I am Yelena.
Well, I would say it's a pleasure to meet you, but pleasure is not something I have the benefit of experiencing.
Oh my god.
Oh, why not? This
Don't have a
sounds very
brain.
sad.
I cannot actually make serotonin.
Do you have a heart?
If
Brain, no heart, no courage. It's a hard knock life.
For him.
Oh.
Therapy. You got-
Wizard of Oz side quest, let's go!
Can you just imagine us trying to find brains, a heart, and courage for a ship?
For a ship named after the world serpent.
Yeah, that sounds right up our alley.
Yeah.
It actually
Honestly,
does.
though,
That's a quest we would take.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said that, and then I was like, yeah, this would be the group that would do that, and not, and for a completely not Cuddle Vagabonds reason. Like that would be a quest we must find the heart of the Jormungandr.
Yup.
Best.
Yeah. I mean, Pear thinks that everyone should have courage. He'd go out and find the courage.
I will find you the courage. I'm sorry,
You-
Elena. Where were we?
Callum was trying to go
So I think she's. Why can't he? I don't remember. Oh, why can't he feel pleasure in meeting somebody? That's where we were. Can you feel other things?
Mostly, I just feel the cold.
Ah, well, we could start the bonfire, but I do think that might be a little bit dangerous to have an open flame underneath the overhang that is you, because it would not be good if you were to catch on fire.
Well, that is considerate. Most of the cold I experience is from regret at no longer being able to sail the seas.
Ah, well, do you have the ability to have dreams where you can remember what it was like to sail these seas?
I never sleep. I am eternally vigilant.
Ah, well, that does make it very difficult. But you said something about wanting a friend? How do you
Yes,
feel about cats?
I detest cats.
Oh.
They crawl and they claw and they scratch and they meow. It's enough
Aw.
to drive a ship insane.
Well, what do you like?
Very long pause.
Not many things.
And Yelena's like, what? How do you have water and have it not freeze because it's so cold here? And
I don't know what I like. No one has ever asked me that before.
well, do you like dogs?
Jory squints at you. Jory's not sure he's ever seen a dog before.
Okay. Clearly, you need something with higher intelligence to talk to anyway. So, let's see.
Casey was sitting over here going, "Oh man, dogs love to mark wood." Like that would not turn out well for Jory.
Torsten pulls up a chair. You playing cards?
We're losing at cards.
Well, let's deal it again. We'll do better this time.
Yes, I'm sure that I'll get it this time.
Deal him again.
Fanan, are you gonna try to cheat again?
Yeah.
It didn't work, so obviously.
Obviously.
Cheat harder.
Cheat
Roll your cheat roll.
Sleight of hand.
Number beats. Let me roll that with advantage.
Yeah, you do get advantage on.
How?
I'm just glad we're not in a fight this game.
See, you know what? You're
because-
right.
No
You're
kidding.
right.
Because that is 3,
4.
4.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, that's 4
4
out
out
of
of
Oh my
5.
god.
That's 4 since we started today. So
Even
like,
for
yeah,
advantage,
no, I
that's-
need Dallas to use these up now in case we ever get into a fight.
Now you're all just
Right.
losing gold and your pride.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not
Again,
our gold.
he doesn't stop you from cheating. He's just aware of it.
Okay.
And you can roll an insight against his wisdom if you would like to know if you are aware that he is aware. Number beats 14.
I'll keep a little more track because maybe he's trying to pull one over on me.
With
That's
that
19.
insight, you know
Mhm.
he's cheating too. However,
That
revealing
bitch.
him as a cheater would reveal the cheating you are doing.
Right, of course. The game all cheaters know.
Uh-huh.
We're on a different level.
Yep.
Gareth is blissfully unaware of any cheating happening.
Gareth is playing cards. Fanan and Sidric are playing a different game.
Why would his friend ever cheat at anything? Fernandez never cheated on anything in his life, according to Paris. He's a hero.
he's the
Didn't you
hero,
hear his
yeah.
story? He just told the story where he's the hero, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Everyone makes their charisma rolls. Number beats 19 this time. And this was a
Nope.
much more interesting and close game. Torskin isn't terrible at cards. But
What-
Sidrek did still clean up, taking 3 gold from everyone.
What I really like is that Cedric is like staying approximately at the same amount of better than Perith each time. Like he's trying to make Perith think that he can win.
Yeah. He's
And at
card
this point, he's
sharking
just-
you. He's
At this point, he's
100.
playing with me.
Yes.
I
just-
see you're cheating, and I raise you that I am a better cheat than you are.
A damn good one.
To just straight up win and wipe the floor is just way too easily.
Yeah.
Right? No, he's making fun of me. He's making a statement.
And that statement is that he's a better cheat than
And the
you.
statement is, get wrecked, son.
Get wrecked. All right. We're gonna swing back around to Callan. Or unless Perith had something to say.
Nope, not till next time.
Okay.
Okay. About what time is it?
Late.
Ooh, so late.
Stupid late.
Yeah. I think Helen's probably gonna go to bed.
Common sleeping room or are you
On
gonna pay
the
for a private
hearth.
room?
Say that again?
Are you going to sleep in the common sleeping room, or are you going to curl up on the hearth with Rowan, or are you going to pay for a private room?
Yeah, just remember it's all on Patrick's bill, so.
In that case, we will pay for a private room. On
Excellent.
Patrick's bill.
If by Patrick's bill we mean that the council prepaid for all of this for us, then sure.
Yeah.
The first room, when you get upstairs, I don't know if you're zoomed out far enough to see my ping, but this one
on.
is your room.
Hold on, let me get there. Let's see. First one. Can you ping that again?
I'm consistently pinging it. I will use the measuring tape to draw a line from you to the room.
Oh, wait, ping it one more time. Found it. Yes. Sorry, I wasn't ever. Alright. Okay, great.
That is your room. There are 3 beds, so you can share it if you so choose, but it is your room.
Okay.
Two twins that are a bunk bed and then a double bed. Choose wisely.
It is your room. You can share it if Arthur wants to with you.
I was gonna say, does it need to be a multiple person room for Arthur to be there to share it?
The danger of not sharing it is that Arthur is there loudly.
I was like, yeah, I don't know that it would matter, or that's also whatever Callan's room is also Arthur's room.
Well, Callan is just going upstairs thinking it's his room.
That's
And only his room.
Mm-hmm. That is what Callan should expect by all rights. I agree with Callan's perspective.
And he's had an eventful night. So he's gonna go to bed.
That's for my pockets. Your room is my room.
Yours is mine.
Oh, he will,
and mine is also mine.
Alright. But he will turn to Sasha and say, well, because by the time I went to bed, thank you though for talking and really whisking me away and talking. I do appreciate your conversation.
Any time, Callan.
Well then, good night, Sasha.
Good night.
And then he'll notice Peter as he's walking off and say, good night, Peter.
Yep. Good night.
And then
Peter is still
go
making
on.
prolonged eye contact at Sasha.
The most charismatic of bears.
The most charismatic of bears.
That was at his 6? Isn't that his stat? I guess I could look at his stat block. Doesn't he have a 6 in that slot?
I'm pulling it up
That
right
sounds
now.
right.
Yes, he has a 6.
It's definitely no higher than that.
He got a 14.
Wow, I'm proud of him.
Oh, way to go.
That is because he really is a -2. So proud of our little boy and his -2.
Peter, are you okay?
Just things Callan was saying. And the things you were saying.
Yes.
I feel like you faced a much more similar decision than you think.
Oh.
She looks confused.
I know.
Peter rolls his eyes. We can talk in the morning. I'm gonna sleep upstairs. And goes to the common sleeping area, well away from the dwarves.
As the cloud of yellow smoke.
Sasha, any thoughts?
Sasha and her also, I mean, less great charisma than Peter, but it's probably Sasha's thoughts as she goes to go back outside is something to do with the fact that, no, she's never been asked or had a situation similar to Callan's. Because she's never been asked.
Facts.
Actually, or on the other side of it, yeah, she has had a conversation, or she has had a situation very much like Callan's, where Callan was not asked either.
Yeah. They think we're married.
Yeah. I told him I loved you, and he thinks we're married. That's not a proposal, Peter. I'm sorry. That's not a proposal.
He has a 6 charisma.
Words are hard, and yet Sasha somehow manages.
Does she?
Hit or miss.
When it really counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that conversation with Callan isn't proof of when it really counts for Sasha, I don't know what is.
I don't know, whenever I think of when it really counts, I think of, can you just take us there now?
That's true. I did. Can you just take us to where the place that we're supposed to be now is? And then whatever I rolled. Yeah, sure. Great.
Alright. Sitrek is ready to deal another hand if Fanan and Perith want to keep losing money.
Fanan at this.
And Sitrek does say it that way. With a smile.
Yeah. Fanan bites his tongue. And he's going to attempt to call Amelia over and say, Amelia, you ever played this game before? This guy's really good at it. Like, really good at it.
Amelia smiles and walks over. Let me give an accurate representation of her walking path here.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Fingers crossed for Jack Sparrow.
I can't even see her. There's so much yellow.
And she does end hugging Perith. Now, Perith, I have to remind you, this woman is covered but not really wearing any proper clothing.
Yeah, Perith would probably, like, grab her shoulders and walk her over to Fanan's seat and be like, I think you missed.
Wow, wingman Perith over here, though.
Wow.
Smooth criminal.
Well, this is like the third or fourth time that she's tried to hit on Perith.
This is a fact.
Perith doesn't get it, so it's fine.
Seeing the state that she's in, I'm like, you know, on the other hand,
I have two of them. She places them strategically.
On her body or on someone else's?
On Fanan's.
Okay, just
So, when she's this drunk and Fanan is this invisible,
Fanan
not
is visible
invisible anymore.
again.
Oh,
Fanan is
okay.
no longer invisible.
though that would be even funnier, really.
this Sitrek is an odd fellow. And I will say, well,
I don't know, I think he's pretty low key.
Oh, okay, Dallas.
You know, that could have also been Amelia. Like that was a toss-up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was also very Amelia. Smooth.
Anyways, the Sitrek is an odd fellow.
Yeah. It's, I'm not really much in the mood to lose any more money tonight. I'll have to think over this game a little bit and, and I'll kind of narrow my eyes meaningfully at him, how it's played.
Fanan, I need you to roll a perception check. Number beats 18.
Okay. Yeah. Just a straight perception check, not advantage, so... Oh, okay, I see what happened. I made a 21.
I'm very confused.
Oh, it's because freaking rogues.
Yeah, he can't
yeah.
roll below.
Talent.
Yep.
Oh, but you still crit failed.
I guess technically, yes.
Technically, but reliable talent! Alright, I'll let you notice. You got over an 18. Amelia is trying to sleight of hands your belt off of you.
Okay, time to go.
All right, I guess.
Perith, on the other hand, is going to say, I've got one more trick up my sleeve, and I'm not ready to give up until I've tried it.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
Fanan is like, 30-foot radius, now!
Perith is going to play
You don't
this
have any
hand.
sleeves. Hold, wait.
Perith is going to play this hand blind and use Tides of Chaos.
Yep, I expected that.
Yeah. I think Fanan will stand up. How balanced is Amelia, or is she?
Incredibly, for how drunk she is.
You were not surprised by this.
And he'll bid the crew, the crew here, adieu. And he'll probably gesture over to the bartender. Yeah, a room. What's the rooming situation look like?
She slides
Amelia
over.
has something on that.
What was that?
Amelia probably has something to say on that.
She slides over and is like, oh, well, you can always sleep in the common sleeping area, or we can set you up with a private room if you need it.
Might need that private room, actually.
She slides you a key. Second door, top of the stairs. The first one went to your Dragonborn friend, the one with the beard.
Ha! Lovely. Fantastic. Turns to the room. Well, good night, everyone. Au revoir.
I love how you keep
And,
randomly speaking to Baxi. It's so much fun.
Yeah. And then probably head over towards the stairs, and at the foot, these three elven women in this boat, have they like moved at all?
I mean,
Just slowly rowing the whole night.
they're not like unnaturally still or anything like that.
Okay, but like they haven't shown any.
They've been hanging out sipping tea and wine.
Okay.
They're
They
just in a
always
boat,
all
living their
three-
best life.
Nibbling biscuits, you know.
Yeah.
They always nibble at the same time, at the same rate. They always pick up the drink at the same time.
Yep.
You know, nothing creepy about that.
Nothing fucking weird. Okay. He'll just sort of wordlessly like doff the cap, and then back on the head and up the stairs.
I absolutely love that word, by the way, doff.
It's good.
It's a good word.
Yes, it is good.
All right, Fanan, are you ready to play your last hand?
Oh, Dallas.
Oh, not what I meant. Actually, I meant to say Parrot.
that-
But that
Oh,
that
Parrot. I'm
was
like,
so much better than anything I could have actually come up with.
it's terrible.
Save the last hand for me.
I meant to say Parrot, but now I'm gonna stick with it.
Freudian slip.
Parrot, are you ready to play cards with a God of Mischief and a Frost Giant?
Yes.
More than ready. He is chaotic.
Oh, I'm not even sure with Tides of Chaos I can do that. Oh, boom!
Yay!
Except now I have to roll D100.
You do.
Well,
we'll get
also-
there.
Yeah, also
Sitrek hasn't rolled yet.
Loki hasn't gone yet.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Sitrek hasn't gone yet.
Get
Yay!
'em.
All right, give me that
No.
D100.
Now please, like, explode the room or something. I need...
the cards just explode, and Parrot's like, I think I got that one.
All of the rest of their cards explodes, and it's just your winning hand that is still there.
You win, much to Sitrek's surprise, given your tactics.
Yeah, never looked at a single one of his cards, just all face down.
But
This is
then
how
you turn
I
into
win.
a statue.
Lol.
In my victory pose, just like one hand on the hip, other hand up in the air. That's where
Peace
he's
sign.
staying tonight.
The V sign. This is how Parrot is sleeping tonight.
Yep.
V is for victory! Oh, I love this.
Is there an icon for statue?
I put the little tower icon on you.
Ah, okay. And that is where Casey is going to sign off for tonight, probably. No.
I get note here.
Good rest. Good rest as a statue.
I mean,
Very refreshing.
is he aware as a statue?
Yes.
He's just like, yeah, and then like, no, I'm good.
Kibbley is curled up on top of the hearth. Deadeye is staying with Zon for whatever good or ill Zon has. Deadeye feels a kinship with Zon. Something about daggers.
I was gonna say something about rope, but like that must be the
That
Western
too.
in me.
Both is good.
Both is good.
Both? Both is good.
Sasha and Yelena.
Well, if you don't know what you're looking for a friend, what we really need is someone who can come here easily. Much more easily than we can. So what if I try to summon someone who can maybe help us with that?
Who did you have in mind?
Well, right, so it seems to me that someone who is a celestial can come here more easily because they can go pop, poof, from place to place. So, what if I tried summoning someone and see if they want to be a friend who can come visit you more regularly, or if they know someone who might think it would be fun to come hang out.
Jory is very confused.
Yelena, can I talk to you?
Okay, sure.
Sasha steps back inside the...
Oh, inside. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be right back. He said he does not like cats.
Well, one of the giants told me that, the owners of the establishment, which are not giants, have lessons for crafting, and they have a wood-cutting workshop, and someone is trying to make a friend for Jory at the wood-cutting workshop.
Okay. So... should we tell Jory?
Oh, that's why I asked you to come inside. I didn't know if they wanted Jory to know. But I thought you would like to know since you were still asking Jory about it.
Well, maybe he wants two friends.
Oh, that's fine. I just
So
wanted
many
you to know.
friends.
Well, I guess maybe we should ask her, and Yelena will turn towards the bar where she got the
Pen.
the fancy pen.
The barkeep is just cleaning up for the night and looks up at you.
Question.
I have an answer for you.
So, is Yuri supposed to not know that you're trying to make a friend for him? Is it a secret?
I'm not trying to make a friend for him. Who
That's
told you
someone.
you were trying to make a friend for him?
Looks at Sasha.
Sasha's insight checking the bartender
Roll
with that
insight.
answer. Squinty-eyed bear look. Oh, that's actually really good. 21.
There is no deceit.
I
She just
had
doesn't
heard,
know.
Yeah, I had heard that someone in the workshop was making a friend for Yori.
Well, if you'd like to check out the workshop, it'll be open in the morning.
Okay, and she'll look at Yelena and go, I think I know where that is. Yori told me about it.
Okay. Well, Yori doesn't sleep. So Yori must get very lonely at night when everybody goes to sleep.
Oh, I was going to go at least sit out there for a while. I like the snow.
Okay.
Oh, you can come if you want. I thought
Okay.
maybe you were tired.
Well, I really was very refreshing on the trip here, and I just had all of this time to knit, and I'm not tired. So,
Well, did you want to knit Yori something?
that's a great idea.
You could knit
Uh,
Yori a friend? I don't know how that works. I've never done any knitting.
Enchanted knitting.
I don't know how to make a friend for Yori that could talk. So, I don't think it would be a very good friend, but it might be nice to have something from a friend.
What about a scarf? Then it won't matter if he's upside down. You can just wrap it around his neck.
Yeah, I definitely think that I can manage that. Let me see if I have enough yarn.
Did you want it to be a secret? Because I was still going to go sit outside, but you're welcome to come if you want to work on it there.
Let me go look for more yarn, and I will join you.
Okay.
So I definitely think Yelena has used up most of the yarn that she had. So she's gonna turn back to the barkeep and say, so these crafting workshops, do any of them have yarn?
There is a weaver's room and instruction on how to best utilize, fibrous crafts. I'm certain that yarn is included in that.
I don't suppose Iti's open now.
No, all of the workshops open in the morning.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just go outside. And she's gonna she's gonna go sit a little bit farther away over here where there's this barrel. That she can bench.
Nice.
She's got a lot of pent up energy. You got to get that used out before you try and go to bed.
Yeah, and she's gonna use it, and she's basically gonna count backwards from 100. And she wants to summon a Celestial to see if the Celestial knows of anybody that would want to come hang out in the cold that might be like maybe have an affinity for the ocean that could talk with Yori about ship things. Summon Celestial.
Okay. What's the text on that spell?
It's I will. Oh, not summon, conjure. But yeah. So it's a Celestial CR4 or lower. From the spell, it's here for up to an hour, but I just want it to come to talk to it.
Okay. A golden outline of a celestial being appears in front of you.
Excellent. Does
Welcome
this
to the
celestial
Celestial
outline?
Service Hotline. How may I direct your inquiry?
Yes.
As someone who has played in other games and knows how Dallas does his Celestials, this checks out.
Yes. I'm looking for a celestial that
Do
might...
you know the proper extension for the celestial you wish to speak to?
Well, one that likes to make friends.
That was not what I asked. Our database
Okay.
is based on names or numerical designations. Do you know the name or number of the celestial you are trying to contact?
Astra.
Oh no.
I'm sure that Jory will get along very
That
well.
celestial is on file. Would you like to be put through?
Yes, please.
That Celestial's in this Discord call. Would you like to be put through?
Friggin' sheet!
This is the only celestial that Yelena knows.
Hey.
Yeah, you are put in mental communication with Astra. Astra, good luck.
Rainbows and sunshine.
Yeah, that's gonna be right up Yori's alley.
Every Eeyore needs their,
Bubblegum horse.
yeah, apocalypse pony? Every apocalypse serpent needs their apocalypse pony.
Yep.
There it is. I knew the token was somewhere.
Pinkie Pie at your service. Excellent.
And now Amy should have control over it as well because I assigned it the character of Astra.
Hashtag other great
I
things
do
that,
not have control over it.
that the live stream is not going to have any idea about.
Yeah.
No context.
They
No,
have no
I-
idea that half of
Yeah.
the NPCs that we play with have been played by us at some point in time or not.
I mean, at least one other game has met Astra as played by me, so...
This is true.
Amy, try moving.
Yeah,
out
there we
now.
go, there we go, there we go.
It's me, Astra.
So, Astra, what do you have to say to Yelena, who just dead dialed you out of nowhere
At like 3 a.m.
at like 3 a.m.?
She's in the Feywild. It's never night.
There's no telling what time it is on whatever plane Astra's on.
She
It's
was
just-
in the Feywild.
A shot in the dark.
Astra lives on another
Literal
world
dark.
even when she's on our plane of existence.
True. This is not the marsh that I was just in.
Sorry about that. Hi, Astra.
Hi!
So we met this dragon ship, and we really feel very bad for him because he needs more friends.
I like
And-
friends.
And so I thought that since you could like pop places and you might have other friends who could do so, we could find him some friends.
Huh. I have many friends. What kind of friends does he like?
I don't think that he knows, because he just doesn't like cats, and I don't know if it's a he, because aren't ships supposed to be she's? I don't know. Yeah, but not cats.
Okay.
Do you want to meet him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh lord, Sasha's also out here. Karina didn't think they were gonna get this far. Oh.
Oh,
are
you guys
you
thought we might
supposed
do
to
things
be?
this week.
And Astra will flip upside down and
In the air.
in the air, so that she is also upside down to face Jory. I'm a unicorn. What are you supposed to be?
I'm a ship.
That's neat.
Yori, this is Astra.
Hi.
Hello.
She is here to be your friend if you want to be friends, and she has lots of other friends, and they can be your friends too.
I like friends. I have friends all over the place. Sometimes they call me and I show up places. Like here, it's cold here.
It gets colder the longer the sun is down. We've got another 3 hours yet before it will rise.
That's neat. Do you get cold?
No.
That's also neat.
This is the peppy version of the conversation Sasha was having with Yori a week ago.
If I go find you friends, what kind of friends do you want? I heard you don't like cats, so I won't get you any cats. But I know chickens. I know.
Oh no!
I know some mushrooms. They don't really talk much, but I like them. I met some demons. I know some trees. What do you like?
Trees sound like good company. They understand that anything good only comes with patience.
They're also made of wood, so you guys would probably get along. Okay.
We have a lot in common.
Okay, well, I will go talk to some trees. Is that cool?
That sounds delightful.
Gee, tree friends! And she, boop.
Thanks, Astra.
That was an unexpected appearance. I love it.
I was here for that. I was also here for the chicken call out, I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, who has Astra met?
I was like, Lord, please, Dallas, please do not summon Tawny now. Tawny and Sasha meeting is oh Lord.
Oh, that's very good.
If you want Sasha and Peter to get married, the fastest way to do that is to introduce Tawny into this group. Oh.
Only Yelena knew Tawny.
I need to know where Yelena and Sasha are spending the night, and then we are going to wrap up this crazy train.
Sasha is going to be a pile of bear, probably covered by snow by the morning. She's literally going to curl, like how bears like curl up or whatever, and just let it snow on her, and that's where she's sleeping.
Yelena.
Good night, Sasha. I'm going upstairs. I think that's where everybody else went to sleep.
There are keys if you would like a room, or I think there are beds up there.
Do the rooms cost money? I don't think I have any of that.
I think the council had paid for our trip, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Great. I will go find out.
It's one of those all expenses paid resort things.
Okay, yeah.
Don't know. Is it canon? It is now! The gratitude has all the money.
The gratitude has the gratuity.
There might have been a lot in those coffers. We don't know. We didn't look.
If you want it, Yelena, the third room is yours.
Yeah, she does not have a desire to be in the bean area.
The bean zone.
The bean zone. No thanks.
Oh no.
So she'll do her doorway pull-ups and then she'll go to bed.
instead of the what is it? The Thunderdome, it's the Bean Zone.
The Bean Zone! Alright, everyone, that's our game for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on this crazy adventure. Next week, same time. We'll do morning things and maybe weddings. There's so many weddings.
There's 2 weddings. There could be 3.
Oh, Lord.
I'll bet we could make it 4 if we really wanted to.
That's true.
Yeah, who knows? The right person might come along for Perith at some point in time.
At some point in time.
At some point, Perith will realize he's being flirted with at the appropriate time.
Not at 3 a.m. when he's thinking about his interactions. later.
R.I.P. to Joala.
I know. That was what I was thinking immediately.
Alright, good night, everyone.
She was.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
I like how